Radio stations used to do something super cool. You know, when your favorite band or a really large act was coming through your town, your local radio station back in the day might do something that might get them in trouble, maybe, but you'd appreciate. It had nothing to do with giving away tickets. It had nothing to do with giving you some kind of VIP backstage access. If the concert was sold out, you couldn't get a ticket, and you were lucky enough to have a cool radio station in your neighborhood, they might just actually broadcast that performance. And if you're really lucky, they would keep the tapes from the broadcast and maybe distribute some bootlegs. And then if you're really, really lucky, maybe you'd get your hands on one of those bootleg tapes. And if you're really, truly super lucky, you get an artist willing to put out that bootleg as a reissue someday. My record of the day, David Bowie, live Santa Monica 72. I'm waiting for the man. Da, da, da. So this is actually a bootlegged concert that a radio station, I believe it's KMET, out of Santa Monica, broadcasted over the airwaves, and then they distributed some bootleg copies of back in the day before it got an official release in 2008. This is right in the peak of David Bowie being Ziggy Stardust. He even has there's a quote on the back of the cover here where he says, "I can tell that I'm totally into being Ziggy by this stage of our touring. It's no longer an act, I am him." He goes on to say in this quote too, which is something that I just appreciate about pretty much any live record. "We train wreck a couple of things, I miss some words, and sometimes you wouldn't know that pianist Mike Garson was on stage with us, but overall, I really treasure this bootleg. Mick Ronson is at his blistering best," and that is 100% true. This is Mick Ronson, full 70s lavish guitar playing. I got put onto this thanks to the movie Almost Famous. You might remember that the live version of their cover of the Velvet Underground's Waiting for the Man is actually from this bootleg, and somehow Cameron Crowe got the rights to use it in the movie Almost Famous, and I'm sure glad he did, because it gave me a mission to track down the ultimate David Bowie bootleg, which I guess is no longer technically a bootleg, but I'm thankful that KMET broadcasted this one, and that I've got it. Record of the day, David Bowie live, Santa Monica 72.